No, it's never. Oh my god. And this video is literally just me renovating, or not renovating, but decorating Don's house. So, usually I play in Strangetown, and Strangetown is like my favorite hood, so it's the only hood I really do play in. But I just had this like weird urge to renovate Pleasant View. I don't really want to play Pleasant View like rotationally like I do with Strangetown, but I really just want to like see the hood look really pretty. So like the main colors are like red and black. I feel like Don would have a lot of black in his house because black is quite easy to clean and it doesn't require much cleaning because it just doesn't look dirty. And this guy's a sloppy mess, like he is a hot mess. So I just feel like that would suit him. But enough about that. I wanted to talk a bit about like this channel and like where I see it in the future. And I had like really high expectations of the channel, and I still do. Like I really do want the content I create to be like amazing and great, and like to look at it and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I made another spectacular video. Like my mind's so powerful. But at the same time, like I do work quite a bit, and even if I don't work, I get very easily burnt out because ADHD. So it's hard for me to keep consistent and like form habits, and I constantly have to like tell myself, okay, I'm going to do this, okay, I'm going to do that. So just creating content is like a bit more difficult for me than it should be. Of course, I'm yet to get diagnosed. The NHS is horrible, and because I'm British, I'm from the UK, so the waiting lists to get anything done is simply just shocking. But hopefully, if I do get diagnosed and when I do eventually get medication and stuff, doing things will be a lot easier. But for right now, that is not the case. But yeah, the reason I'm saying this all right now is because I was just thinking to myself, after a long, hard day of work, I want to just go home and boot up The Sims 2 and play my favorite hood, but I can't do that because then I'd have to like create content for it. And I made like a Tumblr post about it and stuff like that, but I just wanted to like get it out in the open on my actual channel. Like it's weird for me to have my favorite thing kind of like locked off in a way where I can't really access it unless I'm like putting on like not putting on a persona, but unless I'm like fully engaged and like creating content. And sometimes I just wanna play and like be non-verbal and just vibe. And with my blog, it was so much easier to just take screenshots of like anything that was happening and then continue playing. But with this channel, as much as I love Let's Plays, I love watching Let's Plays, I love creating them too, but it does take like a lot of like mentally, it requires a lot of like thought and like, and I'm not the most talkative person in real life either, like that's something I'm working on to actually be a bit more talkative, but currently like I'm not the most talkative person, so it's difficult for me to constantly find things to talk about. But yeah, it's a learning process, and I feel like it's a bit difficult for me to really put into words what the feeling is, because it's not specifically burnout. Maybe possibly it is. I'm not too sure, because I do want my content to be like really engaging and stuff that I'd want to watch, and I have like really short attention span, so it needs to be like grab your attention every possible second. But I don't know. Anyway, about this kitchen. This kitchen I am so proud of. I think I was watching a Jessica Pie speed build, because I watch a lot of like speed builds and like stuff like that. So I was watching a speed build of hers, and it was like Big Dream American Home, something like that. And she built like she was doing a kitchen, I think it was, and everything was like built in. And she said how like when she was looking at house plans in like the US and stuff, they had a lot of built-in furniture, not just like the kitchen, but like everywhere else was incredibly built in. And I'm from the UK, the stuff here isn't really built in. I don't know, I don't think I've seen anything like built in stuff when I'm here apart from like my mum's wardrobe. Like it's just not something I usually see, so I just thought it would be like really cool to incorporate all sorts of like different stuff. And I'm yet to like recolor the nooks and niches to have like a flat black color. I don't know what it is, I just haven't done it yet, and it's so handy to me because nooks and niches, I use them in kind of like the weirdest way possible. Like in a lot of my modern builds, I'll use them like for the facade to make it I don't know how to explain it, but I think I have a speed build up already of me like creating a modern building with the nooks and niches, and it gives this really interesting effect. And I use it quite a bit. And there's like a plain white, or there's something that's very close to just like a plain white. But there's not like a really deep dark black. And the black that is there is like a black brick, and it looks kind of grey, like a greyish black, not as deep black as I want it to be. So I need to like work on creating a recolor of that, or like finding a recolor of that, but I just haven't been able to, or maybe I just haven't been looking correctly. I'm not sure, but it is something that's definitely on my to-do list. Even like a marble recolor of the nooks and niches would just be absolutely brilliant. I, I want that. Yeah, I'm creating the TV unit now, and I kind of like struggled a bit on like where to place it and what kind of TV to use. So I was gonna initially use this TV from the IKEA stuff pack, which I really do like this TV a lot, but it was like the gaps. Not too sure. I think it was the gaps around it that didn't really give the built-in vibe that I really wanted. So I get rid of it and like replace it with like a commode. Is that what they're called? Commode? It says credenza. It's probably a credenza. But I replaced it with that. And then I just like placed a TV in the center of it. Yeah, you can see me like fucking around with that. I really do want, I feel like I'm being greedy. I do want some more like CCTV, TV, custom content TVs in my game. Especially retro ones. I really do want some retro TVs in my game. That would be like really nice to have. And here's the bathroom. I usually don't include the bathroom because I neglect the bathroom a lot, but I did put some thought into this one, so I'm proud of myself for that. I'm really proud because usually I just whack the bed like essentials, no decoration. I just kind of whack stuff in there because to me like the bathroom's kind of like a necessity. I don't really think about my bathroom in my house. Like I just go to the loo, then I leave. Like it's not really like a major part. I mean, I guess it is a major part of the day because you use it every day, multiple times a day. But it's just not something like when you enter a house, you're like, that's a really beautiful kitchen. The living room's gorge. The bedroom's amazing. You don't think that was a really nice toilet. Like you don't really think of the bathroom like that. But I wanted to put in some effort to decorate in the bathroom. Of course, black appliances. Just done. It's just so much easier to clean. These had like white for the actual like party juice for like the sink, and then the actual like porcelain of the toilet bowl or whatever they're for. So maybe Don's bathroom's absolutely shocking. Because I remember once when I was in first year at uni, like, I went to some guy's house and he just like his bathroom was like so dirty. Like I remember looking down the toilet bowl and it looked like it hadn't been cleaned since he moved in like at all. Like the amount of stains, and I was like, I'm not one to judge because I understand it can be difficult cleaning and staying consistent with it, but there's like a bit unkempt and a bit messy, and then there was like unhygienic. It was just straight up unhygienic. Like it was like skid marks everywhere. I'm like, bro, what? Like I'm not a clean person. Like even right now, like my room is really incredibly messy. I have like clothes on the floor and like Amazon packages and stuff. You can still see the floor, but there's just stuff on it. And even I'll admit, like, yeah, my room isn't the best right now, but I was like, no, like, your bath, because that it was like, it's like a biohazard. It was crazy. I was like, I don't feel safe here, actually. Yeah, it was really weird. Never want to judge people on that, but when it crosses the territory of like, from being dirty to just being straight up like unsafe to be there, that's where I start judging. Like I begin to judge when it's like genuine hazards. Even then, I could understand. But I don't know. He was just a weird guy anyway. I went to his house and we chilled, and then I left, and then he like, I think he blocked me and everything. I'm like, what did I do? I don't know what I did. Maybe I said something crazy. I don't know. It was very weird. Anyway, with this bedroom here, I was struggling because I didn't know which room was bigger, and then I did that, and I was like, oh, they're both the exact same size, so it shouldn't matter where I place stuff. But then I ultimately decided that I wanted the bedroom to be on the left, and then the right, or the other room, is like a spare room. I think he doesn't want kids. Maybe he does. Actually, I'm not too sure. Anyway, he's a bachelor, So his main focus wouldn't be, oh, I'm gonna keep this like spare room just in case I have kids, or I'm gonna keep this spare room just in case I have visitors, because any visitors that Don's having, he is sleeping with them. Like, he doesn't just have people stay over for no reason. Like, they're there for, or like something else. So I was like, yeah, okay. Since Don's visitors are obviously going to be people he sleeps with, he's probably not gonna have like a spare room just take up space. So we should have like a gym or something, because he is like max active, I think. He's incredibly active. So I was like, it just makes the most sense that he just have a room dedicated to going to the gym instead of having to like leave his house and go to the gym. It's just incredibly convenient. And even though, like, if you do watch any of my gameplay videos, you'll know that I leave the house with my Sims a lot, and I even like implement clubs so my Sims leave the house, because it's, for me, it's boring if if my Sims stay inside the whole time. But sometimes I just want my Sims to stay in and do nothing. But yeah, I'm just cluttering up with these called like clothes piles and stuff. He's a very messy guy. He probably, like, the rest of his house, he'd have the maid clean. Like, Kaylin will come in and clean that. But for his bedroom, that's like his sanctuary. He's not really bothered if it's too messy. And if he does have like a partner coming over to his house and they get to their bedroom, like, by that point, like, he doesn't need to impress you anymore. Like, he's got you where he wants, kind of. Like, there's no point pretending that he's the most hygienic person now that you're in his bed. Like, he's not asked. Yeah, here's his gym, like, with weightlifting equipment. I don't think I keep the bike. I think it's just the treadmill. And yeah, I don't think I keep the bike. Wait, do I keep the bike? Yeah, I don't keep it. But it's just like two things that he has for cardio and then weightlifting. He probably needs to like work on legs. I don't envision Don to be a guy to skip leg day. I feel like he likes to keep up his pretty boy persona and like work on all like parts of his body. His arms are like his biggest like flex though. So like he really likes having nice arms. So maybe he'd work on that more than the rest, but he'd be balanced, I feel. He loves the idea of himself a lot. So he'd have to like work on himself, I feel. Like in my head, Don is just like the classic pretty boy. Like he loves being like really pretty and like really attractive and like attracting women. And men too, I think. I feel like Don is bi, not because he's a romancer, but because he just has that energy. He has very bisexual energy. I don't know what it is. Plus, I feel like making romance sims bi makes it so much easier to play them. It's just a lot easier. I'm so lazy. Even Tycho, because he aged up when he was gay, and I was like, oh, but he won't be able to sleep with people. And then I made him bi. Because I was just like, it's so much easier for me if you're bi. Like, it's so much easier to play with a bisexual romance sim. Not, this isn't like me saying that bisexual people are like horrible cheats. It's just so much easier to play that way. Anyway, here are the lovely screenshots. There's Don using his TV, the kitchen, which I am also proud of, all the built-in compartments, the bathroom. I think I took a lot of pictures of the bathroom because I was so proud that I actually like furnished it. But regardless, you can keep looking at these pictures, but don't forget to follow me on Tumblr, subscribe to the channel, leave me a like. I don't know what else do professional YouTubers say. Who knows? Goodbye. It was lovely seeing you.